If you're drowning in credit card debt, you might think a credit counselor is your only lifeline. But what if I told you there's a better approach that could save you thousands more? I am Ron Siegel, certified liability advisor, helping families build wealth through strategic debt management. I came across an article recently about the partnership between MyFICO and the National Foundation for Credit Counseling. They're offering credit counseling services to help people with mounting credit card debt. And look, credit counseling has its place, but here's what they won't tell you. Let me share a story about a client who came to me last month. Been working with a credit counselor for 6 months, making consistent payments on her debt management plan. Her credit score improved by 40 points. Great news, right? But here's the thing. She was still paying out over $2,800 a month towards her debts. When we looked at her complete financial picture, she had nearly $200,000 in home equity just sitting there doing nothing. Ow! So what does this mean for you? Credit counselors focus on one thing: paying down unsecured debt through budgeting and payment plans. That's their tool. But what if that's not the best tool for your situation? Here's the difference. A credit counselor looks at your debts. As a certified liability advisor, I look at your whole entire household balance sheet. We evaluate everything through safety, liquidity, and return. More importantly, we focus on suitability, not just eligibility. Let's talk about that client again. Her household blended interest rate across all her debts was 18.7%. Ow! After we repositioned some of her equity strategically, her household blended rate dropped to 6.2%. Her monthly cash flow improved by $1,400. That's $16,800 a year back in her pocket. Could a credit counselor have done that? No, because they're not looking at the complete picture. They're simply looking at the unsecured debt. Now, I'm not saying credit counseling is bad for someone with no home equity and no other options. It might be the right path. But most people have more options than they realize. They just need someone who knows where to look. Here's what really matters: the amount of money leaving your household budget each month. Not just your credit score, not just making minimum payments on time. How much actual cash are you keeping versus sending out the door? Think about it this way. Would you rather spend 5 years paying off credit cards while your interest rates stay high? Or would you rather reposition your debt strategically, cut your household blended rate in half, and redirect that savings towards building real wealth? Now, remember, we've also talked, not only do we have that credit counseling, which basically just helps you with budgeting and whatnot. How about if you talk to our friend Chris Corrales? He'll negotiate with your creditors, maybe getting that credit, the credit card interest to zero, maybe, and maybe getting some negotiations on those. Again, I'd just rather help keep more money in your family's hands starting next month, not 5 years from now. Remember, strategy beats rate always, and a complete strategy beats a single tool approach every time. If you're struggling with credit card debt and you own a home or you don't own a home, don't assume a credit counselor is your only option. Let's look at your financial picture and find out what's really suitable for your situation. Got several tools, as we always do. Now, if you got that home equity, rsrlinks.com/2step. rsrlinks.com/2step to see our two-step equity strategy could change your household cash flow. You can also go to rsrlinks.com/Sora. 30-second credit app. Soft pull doesn't affect your credit. rsrlinks.com/Sora. And we can see how their strategies might work for you. That is the Your Credit Matters segment, brought to you by rsrlinks.com. I am Ron Siegel, certified liability advisor, helping families build wealth through strategic debt management.